Hi, this is John with Fix It Planet. Today we're going to do a real quick repair on this Moto E track phone XT830C. And it has a pretty busted up screen, but we're going to get our fingernail along this seam here and pull this back off. You can use a thin pick if you'd like. And it comes off really easy, only to expose the back housing, which actually has the battery attached to it. There's the screen all busted up, and it also has about 14 screws. These are T5, I think. So we're going to take these screws out real quick. And the battery is attached to that rear housing that we're removing, that we're taking the screws out of now. So before you can just pull it off, once you have all the screws out, you need to pay attention to where the battery is connected to the main board. So don't just rip it off of there. Well, we're going to take a little moment to... So the battery is connected there, and somewhere along this side here it is connected on the main board. So we're going to start on the side with the volume and power buttons. And we're just going to separate a little bit there, and then it kind of comes apart. And you can see the red cabling, red and black cabling right there. There's the battery. It just stays attached to the rear housing. And we can just disconnect that and we can pull it free. All of that will stay intact. No need to mess with anything else with that. Now this one here, we're going to have connectors, one here and one here for the display, and 3 screws, 1, 2, 3, holding the main board in. So we're just going to lift the little connectors up there and pull this little bit of capped on tape off, set it to the side, and we'll pull out the digitizer cable. And this one is for the actual display. And we'll take the 3 screws out holding that main board in. They're also T5. And we'll just get a little bit in the edge there, and that board is going to come right on out. Nothing else is in the way, nothing much going on underneath. We'll set it to the side. Now this display it's got a speaker in it, and it's got the sort of mid-frame, and all of that is all part of the display assembly. So if you decide to repair this, you can get the part for around $30-35, and it's super easy to do. So you don't want to buy the screen without the frame, but you do have to make sure that you order it for the exact same model, so the screw holes and everything will line up. Now we can put the board back in there and put these 3 screws back. Now we're going to reconnect the display cable and the digitizer cable. And put that little piece of capped on tape back on there. And now we're going to reconnect the battery. And we can go ahead and put this rear housing back down on top of the rest of the phone. And go back to the 14 screws, I think it is. and we'll put those all back in. So these phones, you know, their value is not very good. I mean, they're just cheap phones. You can buy them in Walmart or someplace like that. Pay as you go kind of thing. So, you know, most people probably wouldn't want to bring this to a repair shop and have it repaired. But this video, hopefully, if you actually happen to have one of these and have a broken screen and want to have it fixed, you could actually fix it yourself for less than the cost of buying a new one, because the screens are only going to run around $30–35. Now that we've got all the screws back in there, we can just put the rear cover back on. We're going to plug it in, and it responds when we plug it in, and it will begin to show the charging symbol. We're at about 17%. We're going to go ahead and power it on. This model also does not have a front-facing camera, only has a rear camera. So we're just going to go through a couple of things here. I'll bring up, you know, make sure that touch is working and everything. Bring up a camera application and go back home, and then bring up recently used and check the buttons, and that's about it. So hopefully this video was useful for somebody out there. Appreciate you if you like and subscribe. Really helps me out if you share and all that good stuff. Thanks again. Bye bye now.